I welcoming you all in this video lecture related to the subject manufacturing technology or foundry technology for the students of mechanical and metallurgy both. First I will start from foundry, what foundry is actually. Foundry practices deals with the foundry practices deals with the making castings in molds formed in either sand or material casting is oldest and cheapest metal shaping technique for fairly close dimensional accuracy, depends upon choosing proper molding and casting process. So what foundry is actually? Foundry practices is deals with the making castings in molds formed in either sand or material. Casting is oldest metal shaping technique for fairly close dimensional accuracy. We can the things depend upon choosing proper molding and casting process. So first I will start from casting. What casting is actually? Casting is the process in which metal is heated to the required melting temperature then pouring or injecting it to mold and allow it to solidify. Allow it to solidify and allow it to solidify. So casting is what actually? Casting is the process in which metal is first heated to the required melting temperature, then pouring or injecting it to mold and allow it to solidify. Then pouring or injecting molten metal casting is the process in which metal is heated to the required melting temperature, then pouring or injecting molten metal to mold and allow it to solidify. So let's moving forward to the diagram of casting. This is our wooden box. This is frame or you can say flask. Suppose we have to make the casting of this type of shape. And we have to require here core. So we are putting here core. Here I am placing core. Here gating system. It is connected to riser. This is gate. So actually this is our parting line. This is our parting line. Top half is scope, and bottom half is drag. Scope and drag. Right. Here locking pins is this is wooden frame locked with the locking pins. flask. This one is runner. Runner. This one is screw, and this one is pouring basin. Pouring basin. Pour, riser, and this is actually our mold cavity. So casting is casting is pouring or injecting the molten metal into the mold and allow it to solidify. So through pouring basin, metal is pouring basin, metal is poured through by the help of ladle, and it goes by screw, which is help. Sometimes it is helpful to control the flow of metals, and through a screw it will goes from runner to getting system into the mold, and riser is actually the riser is help us to in the shrinkage and solidify of the metal. So I will talk about casting terminology one by one. What flask is actually. Casting terminology. First one is flask. Flask is a metal or wood frame without top and bottom. Means a flask or is a metal or wood frame without cope and drag. Without cope and drag. It is only flask. It is a frame which the cope and drag will be fixed. Second, in this cope is actually cope, a top molding flask, drag is a bottom molding flask. Then what pattern is second, what pattern is pattern. Second point is what pattern is. Pattern is the replica of the object to be cast. To be cast means what we have to cast. Actually, the pattern is the same as our product, final object of the replica of the final object. We can say pattern is the replica of the final object. Third one is parting line. Parting line. Parting line. Parting line, the line divided between two molding flasks. The line divided between two molding flasks that makes up the mold. The line dividing two molding flask, the line dividing between two molding flasks that makes up the mold. So what parting line is actually? Parting line is the line dividing two molding flasks that makes up the mold. Fourth one is molding sand. What is molding sand? Molding sand. Molding sand is actually contamination of sand, water, moisture, we can say moisture, sand, water and clay in appropriate proportion. And clay in appropriate proportion. Okay, so the what percentage of actually in typical mixture of volume in molding sand is actually sand will be 89%, clay 7% and water will be 4%. This is the contamination of molding sand. A typical volume used in molding sand is sand percentage 89% of sand, 7% of clay and 4% of water. Now we'll talk about the facing sand. What is facing sand? What is facing sand? Fifth one is facing sand. Facing sand is in facing sand facing sand, carbonaceous a small amount of carbonaceous material in facing sand, small amount of carbonaceous material sprinkled on the inner surface of the mold cavity, inner surface of the mold cavity to get the better surface finish, to get the better surface finish. So what facing sand is? In facing sand, small amount of carbonaceous material sprinkled on the inner surface of the mold cavity to get the better surface finish, Okay, so next is core. Why core is used in casting? Sixth one is core. Core is actually used to get the hollow cavity in our product. Core is used to get hollow sections in object. What core is? Core is used to get hollow sections in object. Suppose हमें इस तरह का प्रोडक्ट जो है वो कास्ट करना है. मैंने कास्टिंग जब बताया उसमें आप देखेंगे मैंने इस तरह का प्रोडक्ट जो है वो कास्ट करना है जिसमें हमें यहाँ पे होलो सेक्शन चाहिए. तो हम लोग यहाँ पे सेम जो है वो कोर को प्लेस कर देते हैं. सो हमारा ये सेक्शन जो है वो होलो हो जाएगा और हमें जो डिजायर्ड कास्टिंग प्रोडक्ट चाहिए था वो मिल जाएगा. Next one is sprue. 7th point is sprue. Next one is pouring basin. A small funnel cavity, a small funnel cavity at the top of the mold into molten metal is being poured through ladle. Next one is sprue. What sprue is actually? Seventh sprue. A passage through molten metal goes to the mold cavity. Sometimes sprue is used to control the flow of metal. Sprue is used to control the flow of metal. Control the flow of the metal. A sprue is a passage through molten metal. Through molten metal goes to the mold cavity. Sometimes sprue is used to control the flow of metal. Flow of molten metal. Right? Next one is runner. So the runner is the channel through which the molten metals is carried from the channel through molten metal is carried from sprue to gate. Runner is the channel through which the molten metal is carried from sprue to gate. Now what gate is? Ninth, gate or gating system. Sometimes you can see this. Gate is the channel through molten metals enters to the mold cavity. The channel through molten metal enters to the mold cavity. Next one is the chaplet. Chaplets is used to give the support to the core. So generally chaplet is used to give the support to the core inside the mold cavity. Inside the mold cavity. Inside the mold cavity. Chaplet is used to give the support to the core which is placed inside the mold cavity. It gives the support to the core. Next one is vent hole. Riser. Next one is riser. riser. A column of molten metal placed in the mold. A column of molten metal placed in the mold placed in the mold to feed the castings as it shrinks and solidifies. As it shrinks and solidifies. Means riser is used when the extra materials needed to the mold cavity. Extra material, it provides extra material to the desired casting, for the desired casting. When it shrinks and solidifies, need extra material. Riser support to the extra material to the mold cavity. So it is also known as feed head. 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 Next one is vent hole. Vent hole. A small opening in the mold to facilitate the escape air and gases from the mold. Vent hole, a small opening which is used to escaping air and gases. A small opening which is used to escaping air and gases. Next one is vent rod. What is vent rod? Vent rod is nothing. It is used to make holes in vent in our casting. Vent rod used to making holes for escape, for facilitate the air and gases from castings. Vent rod is used to making holes for facilitate the air and gases from castings. So next one is, this one is 12, 13. Next one is ladle. What is ladle? Actually, ladle is used to provide material to the pouring machine. Ladle provides molten metal to the pouring machine. Provides molten metals to the pouring machine. Ladle जब हम यूज करते हैं, एक्चुअली जब हमारा जो फर्नेस से जो है मोल्टेन मेटल को कैरी करके ले जाते हैं, तो थ्रू लैडल जो है हम लोग पोरिंग मशीन में जाके मेटल को पोर करते हैं थ्रू लैडल। लैडल के द्वारा जो है हम लोग कैरी करके लाते हैं फर्नेस से मेटल को, मोल्टेन जो भी मेटल हमने मेल्ट किया है उसको, और उसको थ्रू लैडल जो है हम लोग पोरिंग मशीन में जो है वो मोल्टेन मेटल को प्रोवाइड करते हैं। नेक्स्ट आई विल टॉक अबाउट द बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर कास्टिंग्स। बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स, बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स, basic requirements, basic requirements. First, in basic requirements in casting process, first one is melting. Second one is pouring technique, melting process. Second one is pouring technique. Third one is solidification process. And next, mold removal. Next one is cleaning, finishing and inspection. Cleaning, finishing and inspection. Cleaning, finishing and inspection. In the whole for making an object, the basic requirements to cast any object is, the first process is the melting process. First we will melt our desired metal to get the object. So first process is melting process, then pouring technique is used, and next the solidification process, and next mold removal. फाइनल जो है हमारा मोल्ड रिमूवल, हमने मोल्ड को जब सॉलिडिफाई हो गया, हमारा जो डिजायर्ड कास्टिंग प्रोडक्ट है वो सॉलिडिफिकेशन के बाद जो है उसको हम लोग रिमूव कर देते हैं। देन नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस इज क्लीनिंग एंड फिनिशिंग एंड इंस्पेक्शन। क्लीनिंग फिनिशिंग मींस फिनिशिंग प्रोसेस के लिए हम लोग जो है मशीनिंग कर सकते हैं। अगर उसमें जो है सरफेस फिनिश अच्छा नहीं है, देन हम लोग मशीनिंग कर सकते हैं। और अगर मशीनिंग के बाद भी कुछ जो है मटेरियल रिमूव नहीं हो पाता है, देन हम लोग सुपर फिनिशिंग जो है पॉलिशिंग, लैपिंग, हॉनिंग, इसके थ्रू जो है हम लोग उसको क्लीनिंग और फिनिशिंग कर सकते हैं। Casting product have wide range of applications in automotive industries, for manufacturing of piston, connecting rod, for civil industry we can say girth gear and all types of casting products, and also used for the making of some aerospace industries products. So we can cast actually simple to complex shapes of product, thin section to heavy sections, from mm to meter. Small size casting can be achieved gram to larger size in tons, 200 till now in my knowledge 200 tons can be easily cast. So for this product, automotive industries, wide range of applications in wide range of applications, automotive industry, for making connecting like connecting rod, piston, for making girth, gear, for girth gear, also used in aerospace industries for making some types of casting products. Simple to complex size of shapes can be achieved. Simple to complex shapes can be achieved. Thin sections to heavy sections can be thin sections mm to heavy sections in meter can be achieved. Also a small size gram to larger size in tons, 200 tons can be achieved. So these casting used metals by two categories. These castings used metals by two categories: ferrous or non-ferrous metals. Ferrous or non-ferrous metals, in which non-ferrous metals can easily cast. These category, for making this product, two categories can be used. Two categories of material can be used. First, ferrous metal. Second is non category of metal can be used. Second is non-ferrous metal can be used. So for we generally very simple to cast non-ferrous metal like Mg alloys, aluminum alloys, zinc alloys. In ferrous, cast iron, stainless steel, cast stainless steel. Generally cast iron, cast stainless steel is used to machine beds, for hydro turbine blades like so. We use ferrous metal to cast for the good fluidity, so we can cast ferrous metal. But non-ferrous metal is widely used for casting products because it is easy to cast the metal. Easy to cast metal. Non-ferrous metals like Mg alloys, magnesium alloys, aluminum alloys, zinc alloys, lead and tin also. So non-ferrous metal is easy to cast, we can melt easily, and non-ferrous metal is used for the good fluidity, so we can cast sometimes for the machine beds, like you can say lathe machine bed is made from cast iron. Lathe machine bed is good example for ferrous metal. Now coming to the advantages of casting. So casting has following advantages over the other manufacturing processes. Advantages: casting has following advantages over the other manufacturing processes. Can create any complex structure easily. Intricate part can be shaped easily. Parts can be shaped easily. Intricate parts can be shaped easily. All types of metal can be cast. All types of metal can be cast. All types of metal can be cast. Composite component can be easily. Composite material can also be cast. The size of the object doesn't matter for castings. The size of as I said, we can cast a smaller size, gram to tons. The size of object does not matter for casting. We can cast gram to tons. Okay, so these are the advantages of the casting products. So the casting object, one advantage is also the casting objects have high compressive strength. The casting objects have high compressive strength. The casting objects have high compressive strength. So these are the advantages of the casting processes. Now I am talking about the disadvantages of the casting. It gives poor surface finish. Mostly required after the removal of or ejecting the mold from the object. From the mold, it is required to surface finish operation like polishing, machining. So it gives poor surface finish. This is the disadvantages of the casting product. Poor surface finish, so require machining. Disadvantages. First one is poor surface finish, so require machining. Second one is low fatigue strength as compared to forging. low compressive strength, low compressive strength as compared to forgings. Low as compared to forgings. The product shaped by the casting has low compressive strength as compared to forging. It is not economical for mass production. Not economical for mass production. Poor surface finish, so require, first one is poor surface finish, so require machining. After ejecting the object from the mold cavity, it is required surface finish like machining, polishing, grinding, burnishing, buffing, etc. type of super finishing process or finishing processes. So next one is low compressive strength as compared to product made by forgings. Meanwhile, the producing casting products found some casting defects like gaseous defects, misruns, cold surge, hot tears, metal penetration, pinholes, spells. So I will talk about all the defects in next lecture video. Thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel Pakur Polytechnic. Thank you.